Also developing right now, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker speaking on the Senate floor at this time for his 17th hour and counting. He's not pictured there at the moment. The senator's marathon speech is in protest of Trump policies. Jessica Moore is here now with more on what Booker has been saying since, this started at 7 o'clock last night. He wasn't pictured there, obviously. He's getting some breaks.
But he's getting some breaks if other Democrats sort of ask him a question, give him some praise. But Booker has fought through physical and mental exhaustion to carry out this all-nighter on the Senate floor. It's a grand gesture that Democrats hope sends a message to the White House.
In just 71 days, the President of the United States has inflicted so much harm on Americans' safety, financial stability, the core foundations of our democracy.
Monday night on the Senate floor, Senator Cory Booker told colleagues he intended to disrupt normal business for as long as he was physically able to draw attention to what he calls the grave inequities imposed on the American people by President Trump. Booker listed widespread federal layoffs, cuts to Medicaid, tariffs on our allies, and mass deportations as just some of the Trump decisions shaking our democracy to its core.
I believe generations from now will look back at this moment and have a single question. Where were you? Where were you when our country was in crisis and when American people were asking for help? Help me. Help me. Did we speak up?
Booker's speech comes at a time when Democratic leaders in Washington are under intense pressure from their base to do more to stand up to the president. Booker reading a letter from one of his own New Jersey constituents as proof.
I implore you to use your power as my senator and a key member of our government to stand up for what is important to the people of your district.
I just want to thank you for holding vigil for this country all night.
Fellow Senate Democrats stepped in to assist Booker, which allowed him to stop speaking for a few minutes while maintaining control of the floor.
What you're telling us today is there is another way. Because if we just wallow, these guys are going to continue to cut kids' cancer treatment. If we just wallow, they're going to cut Medicaid. I can't even imagine how much your feet must hurt, but those feet hurting is nothing compared, which is why you're doing it, to how the rest of the people in this country right now feel and how they're hurting.
Even though it feels like it, Booker's speech isn't technically a filibuster since he isn't blocking legislation or a nomination. However, it will keep the Senate floor open and staffed until he concludes. The White House hasn't responded yet, but the press briefing is happening right now. I'm sure Caroline will be asked about it.
Are you happy I didn't ask you to take me through it hour by hour?
I'm relieved, to say the least.
Jessica, thank you very much. All right, the late Senator Strom Thurmond, he holds the record for the longest speech on the Senate floor at 24 hours and 18 minutes. This is a photo of him on that day back on August 29, 1957, as he left the Senate chamber following his was a filibuster against a Civil Rights Act.